It's hot dog season, baby. That's right. Both baseball and these recap videos are back. Which did you miss more? Don't answer that. While my childhood dream of being the first woman to play in the major leagues didn't come true, I'm thrilled that I can once again talk about baseball and fans can once again safely be in the stadium. There's nothing like in-person baseball joy. I've never been happier at a sporting event than when I took my mom to the World Series, not to brag. Look at that baseball joy. We got some pretty silly moments from the opening games, which is clearly what I care about. And in case you weren't watching all of them because you have a job or a life or whatever, let me catch you up. Okay, so remember when Bryce Harper went to Philly in 2019 and he said,
"Want to bring a title back to DC, back to DC, back to DC."
This year, it looks like he really wants people to be sure that he knows what city he plays for because he wore an almost life-size version of the Philly Fanatic on his cleats. Or maybe that was so that he could look down and remember what team he's on. Tough to say. If you ask me, though, I think Manny Machado won the cleats competition, although it's also like, okay, we get it. Your contract is huge. It felt right that the first home run of the year was in a blizzard. After everything, it's like, yeah, sure, toss in a spring blizzard. That's probably the most normal thing that's happened since Tom Brady won a Super Bowl. Trevor Bauer made his debut with the Dodgers, but so did a cat, and I honestly think that's more important. In case you were wondering, though, Bauer struck out 10 guys. The Dodgers beat the Rockies 11-6 in his first game, and he was feeling himself. Also, though, remember when he couldn't play baseball because he cut his finger playing with a drone? Anyway, the devil works hard, but the Houston Astros work harder. I really think that Houston had to sign some deal with the Dark Power because the season after they were lightly slapped on the wrist for cheating during a World Series, they didn't have to face fans due to a global pandemic. Look, I know that in the grand scheme of an awful time, this is a very small thing, but in the grand scheme of baseball sanctity, it was a huge thing. I was so looking forward to watching the Astros get booed to high heaven in every ballpark in America in 2020, but instead we watched cardboard cutouts fade in the sun. However, karma comes to collect, and they got booed to start off 2021. I really can't wait to hear what this sounds like with a full ballpark. Except then the Astros beat the Athletics on opening day, so maybe karma doesn't come to collect. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Cody Bellinger managed to get himself called out by hitting a home run. This is why I love baseball. It is the best blooper sport in the world, and the Dodgers delivered big time for the real. Here's what happened. With Justin Turner on first, Cody Bellinger hit a home run. But the ball nicked off the Rockies outfielder's glove.
And then went over the fence. So Turner, who took off when Bellinger hit it, thought the ball was caught, started running back to first. But Bellinger was like, no, dude, it's good. And Bellinger ended up passing Turner before Turner figured it out. And apparently, if you pass him down the base path, it means you're out, which is something I didn't know.
Which is quirky and wonderful, unless you're a Dodgers fan because the Rockies won. Baseball makes zero sense. We got our first thrilling comeback. The Mariners became the first team since the 2002 Expos, RIP, to win an opening day game after trailing by more than 5 runs in the 8th inning or later. It took 10 for Seattle to do it. They might not have a World Series, but now they've got this stat. That's so mean. In case you were wondering, the Red Sox lost on opening day. But honestly, I'd rather my team lose. I mean, make expectations low, then you can exceed them, put the bar on the ground. You can just step over it. I'm not upset. I wanted them to lose. This is great for me. Anyway, Yankees suck. Well, folks, we've got a lot more baseball in our future. I can't wait to go to a game and eat at least 3 hot dogs. A girl can dream.